Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. I got tea, I got dirt, I got receipts. Yes, I do. You know your friend D. Your friend D is going to come on here and explain things to you. Well, if you're new to my channel, hello, how are you? My name is D. I'm 66 years old. I'm retired. I know, ridiculous. And I am going to talk to you about the insurance scams that are going on. I did my homework a little bit, guys. If you see my last video when I was at my daughter's and I brought the receipts, well, I finally called the people that sold me this policy and I said, Denise, just find out. Maybe you want to go to a different insurance plan because this is ridiculous. Why should you be even getting, this is not a bill, but it's going to be a bill. We all know that, right? I said that in my last video. So I called the lady and I'm talking to her and we're chit-chatting away. And I just have a question. She goes, yeah, what's up, D? I said, why am I getting, this is not a bill, but I know it's going to be, oh, you didn't hit your deductible. Oh, I see. Would you like to tell me what my deductible was for this insurance? So she goes, yes, $257. Now, Denise, it'll be going up again next year. It goes up every year. So in my head, I'm going, all right, $257 is not bad. And it's not. But my friends, I'm on no medications. None, okay? No medications. Thank you, Jesus. Let me knock the wood. There we go. And yeah, I do believe in that. I don't ask me why, but I do. Anyway, so I thought to myself, I was going to change the insurance company. Go from one thing to the next. This is how they confuse the people. This is how they're calling your house a million friggin' times. Hello, we'd like to talk about Medicare. Hello, we have... Hello, no. Let your friend D fill you in right now. So if you want to get a policy, a supplemental policy with a lower premium, you will get a higher deductible. That makes sense, right? Doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. She goes, you have the G plan. Most American retirees have the G plan. Very good. So I said, you talk about, you hear about Aetna, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Humana, like all of them. There's thousands. There's so many. What a racket. What a racket. That's all I can say. It's a racket. But again, if you're somebody that has an actual medical problem and a medical situation, my premium is not going to be the same as your premium, which sort of sucks. And I'll tell you why. She says to me, well, we can keep the premium down lower. Now, I'm not going to go for a premium that's lower, all right? Just so that you know. But if you were sick, we can raise the deductible so they can keep the premium lower. And I thought, am I talking to like an imbecile at this point? Because I'm really angry. So you can't even be sick in this world. You can't. You can't. You're not allowed. If you're on medication, if you have heart disease, cancer, anything, they know by your medications, and that's how they go by the premium that you're going to pay. And every year the premium goes up. And if you pick this higher deductible, every year the deductible is going to go up too. Yeah, I know. What a scam. What a scam. And I got so aggravated, but I had to come back on here, my friends, and just tell you. So I said to her, are you telling me that all these G plans are the same? She goes, yes, because if you had the F plan, but we did away with that in 2020. Now, the F plan was, it covered everything. It covered everything. You didn't have to pay for premium. You didn't have to pay for deductibles, nothing. Thank God my girlfriend Virginia's on that, because she would have lost her house by now. She would have lost her shirt by now, okay? Because when you're really sick, that's when they get you. But she's paying $600 a month. And it's going to go up on her, too. Every year it goes up. Oh, it's a disgrace. It is so horrible. I can't even begin to tell you. I hate insurance companies. I hate them. Because you really never win. You really don't. Anyway. And don't get me started on that affordable health care shit either, because that's junk. That's junk. You heard me here right now. I had to stay on it for a year. Played Russian roulette on it. Paid $95 a month. I know what you're thinking. $95 a month? That's pretty damn good. I was 64 years old, paid $95 a month with a $13,900 deductible. So basically, to use that insurance, I had to be run over by a truck or a car. Yeah, you heard it here. There you go. Oh, ridiculous, ridiculous. You know, they got you jumping through the hoops, my friends. They just got you jumping through the hoops. So anyway, she says to me, they're all the same. I said, so if I want to go to Aetna, she goes, it's all the same. So why do you confuse the people? She goes, it's only because of the deductible. The deductible. How much do you want to pay for that deductible? It's what will bring your premium down. Okay. But if you're on medication, I'm like, or you have an illness or a disease of some sort, you're sort of screwed. Now, again, like in my last video, I told all of you, nobody gets, you can only stay healthy for so long, my friends, okay? You know, I'm not a Jack LaLanne. I'm not one of these people that get on TV and that says, I'm 95 years old, I'm hacking some vitamin pill. Most of us are going to have something that happens to us. And why should we have to worry about a bill that's coming in? Isn't that insane? It's just insane. So they'll just nickel and dime you to death, and that's what they're going to do. But I did get to the bottom of it because I wanted to find out, like, if I changed, would it make a difference? And she said, no. She goes, basically what you're paying now is what you pay across the board for any G policy in the health condition that I am in. And I take no medications, but one Cataflam when my sciatica acts up. So I keep knocking the wood. But we all know that's not going to happen. So now you're going to have to grandfather yourself into a particular insurance company, because if you decide to say, you know what, I don't like this, I'm going to move out this, I'm going to call and find out, they're going to ask you the same thing. What medications are you on? What are you taking? Have you had hospital stays? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Yeah, hi. So it's all the same under the G policy, but they make it so confusing that you think that it's good. I just spit out of my mouth. So I went, okay, I'm done with all of insurance, and I really am. I'm finished with it. I just want you to know I'm finished with all the insurance. I'm not looking into anything more. This will be the adventure that you will be able to take, and you will take it if you live to get to the point where you're retired. You will take this adventure yourselves. Okay, I'm serious when I say this. I'm serious because it is an adventure. And people will try to confuse you. Be smart, be like Dee, and just say, hey, give me the bottom line. How much is this going to cost me? Because really, at the end of the day, that's all you want to know. Anyway, I'm on for 7 minutes. Oh, my good. You know your girlfriend could ramble. But I did want to come back to all of you and let you know what I found out. Like a snoop. I found out because I figured I've had enough of this. What is going on here? And then the nerve to say your deductible is going to go up next year. There's our buddy. And, of course, Medicare. That'll come out of your Social Security. That'll go up. Oh, I'm telling you, it's a joy to retire. Keep working, my friends. Keep working. If you found this video enjoyable, and I hope you did, and I hope I brought a little clarity and a little sense of humor with it as well, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Ring the notification bell. Share the video if you like, because I think a lot of people might be interested in this one. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Mwah.